Well, sir, I don't know. I struggle to have confidence in myself to write, to kind of really do anything in any daily activity of life, and I just don't know how to motivate myself. Do you have any advice or any tips that can help out? So I do a lot of writing in kind of like my spare time and everything, and my fiance tries to encourage me to keep doing it, but sometimes I just get into a rut and I just stop doing it. I just stop doing what makes me passionate.
You stop doing what makes you passionate. Isn't that sort of the other way around?
I mean,
you usually are passionate about doing things. Doing something can't really make you passionate about something. Either you sort of are or you're not. Either you want to do something or you don't. It's relatively binary.
Right. So what should I do? That, what some advice that can...
I can't tell you what to do with your time. I can't tell you what to do. Do you want to write stuff?
I want to, but I don't know.
No. I hate that. I hate the I don't know. It's such horse shit. People who say I don't know are liars. Everyone who says I don't know is a fucking liar. It's the worst thing ever. It's same with maybe. Maybe is the worst fucking word in the English language. And the worst fucking sentence is I don't know. Of course you do know. Of course you know. You know exactly what you want to say. Do you want to write?
Yes.
Then how come you haven't been able to? What's stopping you from being able to write? Something must be in the way.
I guess I just feel like it's just going to be shit,
Do you often show your things?
To anything.
Do you often show the things that you write to people every time?
I show them to my family, I show them to my fiance, I show them to some of my friends, and I don't know, like they don't seem to enjoy them.
Okay, so you know what the solution to that is?
What?
To stop showing it to them. They don't need to fucking see it. Why do they need to see it? Why does some person who doesn't write, some person who's a lay person in your hobby or your field or whatever, why the fuck would you care about their opinion and what you're doing?
I don't know. I guess I just care too much.
Oh, care too much. You don't care too much. You're scared. You're afraid, and you want to be accepted. You want people to say that, oh my God, you're great and you're so good. Let me guess. I'm gonna do a lot of leaping here, and I'm gonna do a lot of mental gymnastics for a second. You were in school, and you were in elementary school, and you were in high school, and you went to creative writing classes or took creative writing electives, and the teachers kept telling you how great you were all the time, right?
Right.
Right. The teachers always told you how great you were, and they gave you all this free positive reinforcement forever. And it was unlimited, and it never ran out. And it was every single time, everything you did, every single thing you wrote, every single time you went to class, it was perfect every time.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's very dangerous, and that's why I think that there should be stricter regulations and rules for teachers, and they should also get paid more. But that's a whole different thing entirely. Those teachers, or better yet, how old are you? You're in your 30s, maybe?
28.
28, you're in your late 20s, early 30s. This is going to come up a lot as people get older in our sort of age group. I would say 25 to 35, this is going to come up a lot because teachers started hug-boxing people at a certain point because they had mean teachers who would actually criticize them, or maybe they had mean people in their life who would actually criticize them and tell them that this isn't that great, or you should improve on this, or what, or this and that. And all of a sudden things changed, and now people, everything you do is great, everything you do is perfect, everything is going to be the best thing possible. There's no way to improve, it's always the best. And it's horseshit. It's entirely horseshit. You really want to get real feedback, real actual feedback on the things that you write?
Yes.
You go to a place, and this is, a lot of people don't understand this, But 4chan is a website with many different facets and many different boards on it. You go to the literature board and you post something that you wrote, and people will rip you to shreds and tell you what they actually think about it. But at least you would get genuine feedback from people. You know why? Because people are there anonymous, and they're not known, they're not named, and everyone who goes to the literature board wants to read and talk about literature. And you will go to a place full of people who are obsessed with literature, and they will fucking destroy you for whatever you write.
X200. I knew it was the teacher's
If that's
fault.
if you really want to know the truth about what you write, you should write it for yourself. And if you really want to know what other people think, you should put it on a place, multiple places where people talk about literature. And there's places you can find like this. There's multiple different places. And your friends and your family, fuck them. They don't really matter, because you shouldn't really be showing them your hobby like this anyway, because it's way too personal. And if you wanted to publicize something like this, or better yet, you know what? You send it to an editor or submit it to somewhere, and you'll get feedback, right? You've probably done that before, huh?
I haven't done any of that yet.
You've never done any of that. Well, that's a great place to start. You send it to a publishing company, and they will eventually, at some point, give you feedback on it, because they buy books and they buy stories and they buy writing.
Number 15.
And you will get feedback on it.
Yes.
Maybe.
Self-care isn't skin deep. Good thing almonds
Doing
have
this
it.
again, huh?
Almonds have 50% of the recommended daily value of vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that promotes skin health.
Okay, shh.
Okay, bye.
Eat almonds, live well, repeat.
At
Depends, I guess.
X200.
They
Just
do have
start
departments that
writing
give
softcore
feedback, but
erotica and show it to your mom.
Something has to be a certain
EZ
level
win.
before you'll
Killed.
get feedback on it. Because most of the time, if they don't accept something, they'll just say sorry. They'll give you a standard email, not to waste their time. But if something gets to a certain stage, you will start getting feedback on it. And you should post these things places where people talk about this thing, and people are obsessed with it, so that you can actually learn what people really think. And at the end of the day, if you're doing this as a hobby, if it's not a career, it's probably not a career because you haven't sent anything to a publisher, then you should just be doing it for yourself and your friends and your family and your wife and whoever else and your fiance. It doesn't, whatever they think doesn't matter.
You're right. I mean,
You don't do hobbies to prove. You don't do hobbies to gain other people's acceptance. That's not how hobbies work. You do hobbies for fun, because you enjoy them.
you're right. Thank you.
Right? So all that shit is nonsense, and your teachers lied to you for years, and you're not as great as they brainwashed you into thinking, which you already know because that's what a smart person would think. And then,
Right.
But the truth is, that doesn't mean you're garbage.
Wow.
Okay? Really
Thank
great
you.
stuff. Thanks a lot for calling, sir. You've been cured. It's an online advice show. It happens a lot. It happens a lot, and it's really kind of disgusting. And it happened to me a lot in school, too. Teachers always say, oh my God, or better yet, you know what happened to me in school? You know what happened to me a lot in school? I barely put in any effort because I didn't care. And then teachers would go, but it would be like this. It would be like parent-teacher conference night. Happens every year with every teacher. And I wouldn't put any effort in, and I would still just sort of pass my classes by the skin of my teeth. You know, I'd be able to pass tests and exams and stuff like that, and I would be able to do the big projects. But I wouldn't do homework, and I wouldn't particularly pay much attention in class. And then the teachers would go, oh, you know, he's so close to failing, or he's failing a little bit. Oh, he's so smart. But you're so smart. How come you don't try harder? You're so smart. You're so smart. How come you don't try harder? Being smart has nothing to do with it. Not the not trying part was the important thing. The teachers should have been saying, you're lazy. You're a lazy piece of shit. That's what the teachers should have been saying. They should have been saying, you're lazy. You're a lazy shitbag. Do more, you lazy piece of shit. That's what they should have been saying. Oh, you're so great and you're so smart. No, I wasn't. I was average. I had average grades. The material wasn't particularly challenging. Maybe if you're a fucking drooling retard. It's high school material. Anyone can fucking pass it. Anyone can fucking pass it. Like a barely drooling retard can pass it. Don't tell people they're smart because they're just passing. Dude, fucking ESL kids could pass. And they didn't even know fucking English.
Number 15, Red Tack S.
Brendan Gallios cheered. X200. There are a lot of drooling retards in this world, though.
That is exactly the point that I'm making, Brandon, is that you shouldn't say that someone's smart for being able to be a drooling retard. You shouldn't encourage people to just be a drooling retard.